So here we're looking at some of the tools you'll need. This just bog standard cheap file, basically for taking any sharp edges off the rod that you've used. Like I say, 2mm brass rod is what I use. Nice and easy to work with when you've got a file like that. Standard small Phillips head screwdriver. It's just used for the screws for the servo. So yeah, as long as your Phillips head is appropriate for that size, then that's what you got to go with. I'm using clippers here. Again, these are for snipping down the brass rod because it's soft enough to hit with my stainless steel clippers. Again, could sub this out for a hacksaw if you're using different material, or even a hacksaw for the brass rod if you wanted to keep it a bit cleaner. Here is a pin vise. Doesn't have to be a pin vise, you could just use one of the little standard ones that don't have this Archimedes fanciness going on in it. At the moment I've got a 1mm drill bit in there, and then here is a 2mm drill bit, so that's obviously going to be for opening out the holes where the brass rod goes, and I'll just be using that in a standard power drill. Obviously you can use that in a pin vise if you want a bit more control, but that's up to you. And then finally, obviously, soldering iron, and that's just, obviously this isn't on, I'm just messing with it at the moment. And yeah, you solder your flux to go with. So those are all the bits we need. We're going to take a look at the 3D printed parts for the Tippler next.